Okay, this is a rational inequality, and the technique we taught in class is that we need to get one term, compare it to zero, and completely factor top and bottom. So let's go through the steps. The first step would be to subtract 5 from both sides. And subtract 5 from 1, you get minus 6. This would be greater than 0. I got my 0 now. I want to get one term. That means there's a common denominator of x plus 1. You would get 3 minus 6, which is minus 3. And then you would get, let's see, minus 6x. All right? So what do you do now? We got to get the zeros at the top and the bottom. And that's relatively simple to do, by the way. So for example, the 0 on the bottom would occur at minus 1. All right, the 0 on the top would occur when x is equal to minus 1/2. All right, so again, minus 1 on the bottom because, minus 1 plus 1 is 0. Minus 1/2 on top because 6 times minus 1/2 is 3, and 3 minus 3 is 0. All right, now this is not saying it's equal to 0. This is saying that it's greater than 0. So we just need to find out where it's positive now. How do you do that? You take test points. And I know it's difficult, but I want to recommend you start taking a test point. Like over here, I would say an easy test point to choose would be 0. You're plugging it in here though, all right? So what do you get over there? On the bottom, you get a positive number, and on the top, you get a negative number. Well, I hope you realize that a negative divided by positive is a negative number, and negative numbers are not greater than 0, so I would not shade that in. Now, someone's going to say, I wonder what number you're going to pick over here. I'm going to use a decimal number, and the decimal I'm going to use is minus 0.7. All right, I'm going to plug it in, and what would you get? And I know it's difficult. I'm not saying it's going to be easy for some students, especially if you have trouble with arithmetic. What do you get over there? Well, minus 0.7 plus 1 is positive, so it's positive on the bottom. And what do you get on top? Well, you're going to get, a positive number. Look at that. Now, why is that? I'm doing the minus 6 times the minus 0.7. That's going to be a positive number, certainly. But then I got to subtract 3 from it. 6 times 0.7 is going to be 4.2, and 4.2 minus 3 is definitely a positive number. So I'll shade that. I'll not shade it, but I'll do this now. What does this mean to me? It gets shaded in. Why is that? It's greater than 0. I would take a number below minus 1, and that's a little bit simple for me now. Like minus, I don't know, minus 2, like, for example. Plug it in the bottom. What do you get? Negative. What do you get on top? Well, you get positive. And what's a negative? I'm sorry, positive up a negative number. And negative numbers are not greater than 0. So I know my interval. It starts at minus 1, and it stops at minus 1/2. I'm going to put that in a box, and I'm going to look at the key. And I want to make sure that that's in the key for me. Thank you.